Hey guys, it's Josh. Sorry for the darkness in the video. It's fucking dark outside. This week's topic, and first and foremost, I just want to apologize for not making videos the past couple of weeks. Had a lot of stuff going down. My mother came to visit, and my work is at my job. My job is a fucking joke, so I've been working my balls off. Um, and applying for other jobs. I've been really busy, but this week's topic, I believe, is self-harm and suicide. So let me just say this off the bat, so everyone understands where I'm coming from on this. My father committed suicide in 2006. December 9th of 2006, my father took his own life. So I don't tolerate suicide. I don't tolerate people talking about, oh, I'm going to kill myself because of nothing, because I'm the child of suicide. I've seen firsthand the devastation of suicide. I'm the oldest of 7 on my dad's side, and his youngest was like 2 when he passed away. So tell me, how the fuck do you tell a baby that their daddy's dead by his own hand? You don't. So first and foremost, I think suicide is is the single most selfish and inconsiderate act a person could commit. My dad can be at peace, but the devastation he left behind is never going to go away. He may be at peace, but I know I'm sure not. We're talking 7 years at this point almost after his passing. No, 5? 7. 7, 2006, right? I'm not so good with math. um, 7 years almost since his passing. And the pain is still very real. And it's not so much losing my dad. My father and I never had a close relationship. My mother left him when I was 3. He had a lot of demons. That's all I'm really going to get into. He had a lot of demons. And him and I were a tad estranged. We spoke on and off throughout the years. We spoke a lot when I was a kid. He went away for a while, got arrested, whatever. And he was in prison for a while, and then came back out, and we started talking again. And last time we spoke was a year before he passed away. So it's not so much the pain of his loss as it is the guilt. Anytime somebody close to you, especially one of the 2 people that gave you life, takes their own life, tremendous guilt kicks in. Is there something I could have done? Is there something that I did? You think about everything you ever said to that person. And I'm going to tell you right now, the very last thing I said to my dad was to drop dead. That was a year before he passed away. Like I said, we had a lot of problems. He told a lot of things. He said a lot of things that weren't true. Told a lot of lies. He was really good at that. And I told him to fuck off. And I didn't speak to him again. And I have to live with that every single day for the rest of my life. I have to, I flew. He lived in San Diego. I lived in Florida at the time. And I immediately got on a plane the second I found out, which was about 2 minutes after he had killed himself. He called me and then called me and left me a voicemail and then did what he did. I immediately flew to San Diego, went to his funeral, saw him in his casket, seeing him face to face for the first time in over 20 years. To commit suicide is a is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. I don't give a fuck what's going on in your life. It's not going to be fixed by killing yourself. That's the coward's way out. Simple and plain, I make no apologies for my views because I'm one of the few people that have actually experienced suicide from a relative, from a family member. A lot of people that, I mean, and I have a really low tolerance for this shit. Like, nothing angers me more than seeing somebody post on some social media, OMG, I have no friends, I'm gonna kill myself. Then do it. And quit blowing up my newsfeed about it. Self-harm's really a different thing. I have different views on self-harm. When I was younger, I had a big problem cutting. Used to cut myself, used to burn myself, do a lot of dumb shit. Um, I understand self-harm. I understand hating yourself so much that you just want to shred yourself to ribbons. I understand that. But what I want to say is this. Years down the road, we're talking years down the road. Like for me, we're talking a decade and a half. You're going to see those scars and you're going to be like, what the fuck? Really? It helps me remember. You know, I never forgot what I was when it comes to cutting or, you know, I've done a lot of dumb shit in my life, and self-mutilation was one of those. So what I'll say is this. Instead of reaching for the razor blade or the scissors or the spork, whatever the fuck you cut with, what I did was I put it into a new outlet. Meaning, I may paint or draw. I wrote a lot of poetry. I spilled out my guts in a journal. That's another thing that I suggest. I really want to get back into journaling, but I think it's important to keep a journal or keep a diary. That's where you can get all your shit out without fear of judgment. Now, I know a lot of you guys may live with your parents, roommates, whatever. You're worried about them seeing it. I get it. But I really think it's an important thing to do to release a lot of that frustration. Another thing you could do instead of self-harm is reach out to somebody. Maybe a friend, a relative, a member of clergy, me. Again, I'll post my email address in the comments. Reach out to somebody, explain your feelings, and allow them to talk you down. That really helps me a lot. Now, like I said, I don't have a cutting problem. I haven't in years and years. But I have a lot of anxiety issues being bipolar. And one of the things that helps me the most to get through, you know, a hard day is to call my wife. She's the one person I could tell everything to. And even when I'm hysterical, bawling, freaking out, she could talk me down every time. So find someone that could talk you down. So, just at the end of the day, remember this, that nothing is permanent. You may have a bad living situation. You may hate your parents. You may live with them. You may be in a bad relationship. Whatever the case is, absolutely nothing is permanent. Well, except death. So even though it's hard, and I say that with a lot of conviction. My wife and I, for the past year or two, have had one thing after the other happen. I'm talking about in the past 24 months, I've had 7 surgeries. She's had some health issues. I'm talking about one thing after the fucking other. But what I tell myself every minute of every day is this is not the rest of my life. This is today. And it may be tomorrow, and it may be fucking next February. But there's going to be a time when the sun has to rise on this darkness. There's a time for rejoicing and there's a time for sorrow. Sometimes we have to go through sorrow and pain to appreciate the good. So keep that in mind before you put the blade to your skin, because it's not worth it. It's not going to change the situation. I would really suggest finding a healthier outlet. It's not going to be easy. It's a hard habit to break. It took me years. But I think that that's an important thing, is to find a safe place, even if it's in here. Find a safe place where you could just let it out. Whether it's going in your shower and talking to yourself and bawling your eyes out, or calling someone on the phone, or messaging someone on Facebook, um, let it out before you put the blade to your skin. Because more often than not, there's going to be somebody there that's going to be willing to talk you down and talk you through it and maybe help you rationalize things a little bit better, kind of like a neutral party. So that is my video. I'm really sorry I haven't made them the past couple weeks, but I'm here now. So, peace out.